Welcome to First Recap Channel. Today we are going to explain drama, romance movie released in 2023. Zoe, an exceptionally intelligent college student, possesses a resolute determination to question and reshape the conventional notions surrounding love and dating. If you are a lover of rom-com, this movie is for you. Stay tuned. The movie begins in the Queen's University history classroom on February 14th, during a session where students were assigned to present papers on Valentine's Day. A significant event unfolds. Becca, one of the students, delivers an emotionally charged presentation regarding the history of Saint Valentine and his struggles for the sake of lovers, despite the fact that her information is historically inaccurate. However, within this classroom, another student named Zoe Miller takes center stage. She swiftly points out the inaccuracies in Becca's presentation and openly expresses her disdain for events like Valentine's Day, which she perceives as mere constructs driven by capitalism. In Zoe's perspective, she dismisses the notion of love and romantic relationships as something far more mundane and quantifiable, reducing them to matters of data analysis and statistics. Leveraging her expertise in coding, as she is majoring in this field, Zoe has developed a groundbreaking dating application. This app employs mathematical algorithms to calculate compatibility scores for individuals interested in forming couples, effectively applying cold, hard mathematics to the realm of romance. Zoe's unconventional and nerdy viewpoints make her an outsider among her classmates, diminishing her popularity. However, her unwavering support comes from her best friend and roommate, Elle. While strolling across the campus after class, an unexpected soccer ball smacks Zoe in the face. Rushing to her aid is Zach McLaren, a well-liked soccer player introduced by Elle. Apologetic and somewhat flirtatious, he approaches Zoe, who, despite his charm, doesn't entertain the idea of getting involved with someone from the athlete crowd. In her opinion, people with starkly different backgrounds can never be compatible as lovers. Disinterested in the jock culture, Zoe seeks refuge in a technology lecture, where she briefly becomes attracted to a visiting student. Unfortunately, the young man departs before Zoe can initiate a conversation or discover their shared interests. In a surprising twist of events, Zoe's life takes an unexpected turn when Zach McLaren pays a visit to the bookstore where she works part-time. As he departs, he mistakenly leaves his credit card behind. Acting quickly, Zoe rushes out of the store, desperately calling out to Zach, who is pedaling away on his bicycle. However, their encounter takes a dramatic twist when a car suddenly appears in Zach's path, resulting in a serious accident. Thankfully, Zach survives the crash with relatively minor injuries, leaving Zoe both relieved and shocked. What astonishes her even more is when Zach starts referring to her as his girlfriend and shares an unexpected kiss, as if they had been in a long-standing relationship. Zoe finds Zach's behavior on the road rather perplexing but decides to go along with it, given the emergency situation. Zach, still groggy from the accident, asks Zoe to accompany him to the hospital, and a medical worker suggests the same, believing it would provide comfort. By this time, Zach's parents, Connie and Matt, have also arrived at the hospital and acquainted themselves with Zoe. They even invite her to their home for dinner, as they have only heard about their son's girlfriend, Zoe, and have not met her yet. In their minds, they confuse the nerdy Zoe with the footballer girlfriend, further entangling the situation. Faced with no apparent alternative, Zoe accepts the dinner invitation, although she firmly resolves to eventually disclose her true identity to Zach's parents. It's at the hospital, when Zoe finally has a moment alone, that she reaches out to her best friend for some clarity. Unravels the confusion. She reveals that Zach had recently started dating another student named Zoe Wallace, a soccer player on the college women's team. They connected over their shared interest in the sport, and this relationship began approximately 2 weeks ago. As the doctor discloses that Zach has suffered a concussion leading to a recent memory loss, which explains his misunderstanding, Zoe grasps the situation. Upon arriving at the McLaren residence, she bonds with Zach's younger sister, Avery, witnessing the deep affection between the siblings, especially as Zach had been searching for a book for Avery on the day of his accident. As Zoe prepares to reveal the confusion to Zach's parents, a different young man enters the scene, rekindling her interest. To her astonishment, he turns out to be the same individual she found attractive at the tech seminar, Miles, who happens to be a cousin of Zach. Miles is visiting the family during a break from his graduate studies at MIT, intensifying Zoe's fascination with him. Zoe's character is then unveiled as someone who typically doesn't take many chances in matters of love, rarely pursuing romantic interests. This tendency prompts her to delay the revelation further, as posing as Zoe Wallace and accompanying the family on their skiing trip would offer her more opportunities to spend time with Miles. With this in mind, Zoe opts to withhold her true identity, taking a leap of faith and allowing herself to explore the potential for love. Through her interactions with Miles and her careful observations, Zoe discovers that they share striking similarities in interests and intelligence. Zoe believes that finding someone so akin to herself is a remarkable connection, and she fully explores this budding interest, inadvertently leaving her supposed boyfriend, Zach, feeling excluded. This attraction eventually leads to a kiss between Zoe and Miles in the sauna, and it seems they would have proceeded to a more intimate encounter if not for Avery's untimely arrival. Zoe finds herself excited about the future, only to have her hopes dashed the following morning when she discovers that Miles has a girlfriend. Confronting him, she emphasizes the importance of his full disclosure before their kiss. Miles casually admits to being in an open, polyamorous relationship with his girlfriend and clarifies that he never considered a serious relationship with Zoe. Instead, he was seeking a casual hookup, one that his girlfriend back home was aware of. This experience imparts a valuable lesson to Zoe, her strong, somewhat blind belief in choosing to skip the skiing trip to avoid Miles. She remains at the rented cottage with Zach. It is here that she discovers Zach's fun-loving and caring side, leading them to spend the entire day together. This situation triggers an internal conflict within Zoe, as she finds herself developing feelings for Zach, despite their significant intellectual differences. In a poignant moment, she requests Zach to remember her even after their time together ends, further confusing him. There are fleeting moments, like when Zach playfully hits Zoe with a snowball, mirroring their first encounter, that hint at a partial return of his recent memory. However, the truth is only unveiled when the McLaren family, accompanied by the soccer player Zoe Wallace, returns home from their vacation. Zoe Wallace confronts Zoe and Zach about the ongoing situation, leaving Zoe with no choice but to confess everything. She leaves the house feeling embarrassed, allowing Zach to reunite with his original girlfriend, Zoe Wallace. However, an internal conflict, which had already begun, takes a toll on her emotions, causing her to become bitter and hurtful towards those close to her. This includes a hurtful argument with her best friend, Elle, during which she demeans Elle's passion for poetry. Overwhelmed by the turmoil in her life, Zoe decides to take a break and seek solace with her mother, Paula. Paula opens up about love and life, revealing that her divorce with Zoe's father resulted from their differences, which initially brought them together. They divorced to better understand themselves as individuals, shedding light on Zoe's fixation with statistical compatibility in love and her creation of an app to calculate these odds. Upon returning home, Zoe apologizes to Elle for her harsh behavior, and they reconcile their friendship. The situation at school also improves when Becca asks Zoe to design a website for an upcoming college event to be live-streamed. Zoe agrees but initially declines to attend the party. However, Elle arrives unexpectedly, showing her a picture of Zoe Wallace with someone else, which leads her to believe that Zach has broken up. Elle persuades her to attend the party. In a departure from her usual behavior, Zoe makes a public announcement at the party to find Zach, openly admitting her feelings for him. Zach reciprocates her feelings, and the two finally reunite and share a kiss. The other Zoe concludes with students at the party celebrating the new couple and live streaming their romance. Thank you for watching.